Hey there, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing r/what wedding shaming, one of my favorite channels. And let us shame some weddings, shall we? So first we have, I love my family dearly, but sometimes they are flaky. I'm getting married in October of 2024. Oh my goodness, that's coming up so quickly. It's already July. And when I send out invitations, I want to put on the invitation that if they RSVP and don't come, I'm taking them to court for the cost of their portion of the food and services that I paid for. Is that tacky? Obviously, there's no cost if they RSVP and actually come. I say I wish that they would say with these little emoticons that they do on Facebook, like how many of the 151 of them were this little laughing out loud emoji? Like, seriously, how many? Because this is crazy. Crazy. And you got 300 comments. This. Take them to court for the cost of the food. Yeah, okay, so maybe they RSVP'd, that they would come. But you don't know the reason that they didn't come. Maybe they didn't come because something crazy happened and they literally could not come. You don't know why they couldn't come. There's lots of reasons why someone can't come to a wedding. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, no. Mine would have, if I was reacting to this, mine would have been the laugh out loud emoji as well. Okay, so this is a table centerpiece. The Jack the Ripper table. And this is 2 of 8. So there was 8 centerpieces. So maybe there was a Ted Bundy one. Who knows what the other ones were. Oh my goodness. Serial killer themed table center pieces. Oh, that just seems so tacky. Tacky. I got married on the beach, so we didn't even have tables, so I didn't have to worry about table center pieces. Thank goodness. Ugh, so tacky. Talk about being dressed like the bride. Oh my goodness. If they didn't have these people labeled, I seriously, except for the bangles on her wrist and the purse that she's carrying, straight, these women are dressed almost identically. Like, straight dressed almost identically. But we have 2 sisters of the groom and the bride standing next to the groom. But that's absolutely insane how much these dresses all look almost identical. Almost identical. Like, there's very little that is, like, I'm sure somebody who's from India or whatever, like, I can see some differences in them, obviously, but they're so minuscule that if they did not have these ladies labeled, I would be like, I don't know who these people are. Like, which of them is the bride? Because they're dressed like basically the same. Talk about dressing like the bride. That's crazy. All right. This is our post. Father's funeral was today. Honey Badger don't care. She has to decorate a whole 24 hours before the wedding. I have no idea what to put the flare as. Also have no idea if this is even the right subreddit. TLDR at bottom. My father passed away suddenly last week. I won't get into details, but needless to say, it was traumatic. He comes from a big family that's scattered across the U.S. and will be celebrating his life later this summer when everyone is able to. However, for our peace, my siblings and I decided to hold an intimate service for those that live around here and were actively involved in his life. The pastor, one of his best friends, thankfully was able to find a time on short notice that worked for us this morning. It wasn't going to be long, maybe 45 minutes at most, and then we were going to head to his favorite bar and have a drink. The pastor started, and it was beautiful. He shared some memories, and everyone was teary-eyed, reminiscing. Then, about 20 minutes in, a young woman and another who I later learned was her mother burst through the doors like they were SWAT agents. There were signs posted that there was a funeral service going on. They looked at us confused. We looked at them, and the mother had the audacity to ask if they were interrupting anything. You know, while my father's urn was on full display in a room of mourning people. The pastor pointed to the door where the signs indicating there was a funeral and explained that, yeah, they were interrupting something. Then she asked if she could have the service in another part of the church so they could begin decorating for the bride's-to-be wedding that was 24 hours away. The pastor let her know that it would be another 20 to 30 minutes before the service was finished and to please wait. The bride tried pulling her mother out and was profusely apologizing to all of us. Honey Badger wasn't having any of it because she don't care. She was going to decorate for the wedding and insisted that we could continue with her there. Pastor said, absolutely not. This is a private funeral and she wasn't invited. She started to argue, saying that they need to get this done now for XYZ excuse, but the pastor cut her off and let her know that if she doesn't comply, bride would have to find a new church to get married at tomorrow. The daughter was pleading with her mom to chill the crap out, that it's not an emergency, which she eventually did, but not without giving us nasty looks like we did something wrong. The rest of the service went smoothly despite the interruption. My brothers and I shared some words, and it was like it never even happened. When we got out, the lady was anxious to get inside and started decorating. She made some passive-aggressive comments about how it was 35 minutes and now they're behind schedule thanks to us. Don't know if it made any difference, but the bride was nowhere to be found. I assume she left. The nerve of some people. I think I know who my dad is going to haunt now. TLDR, Pops croaked, and in the middle of his intimate funeral, Honey Badger mom of bride interrupts to start decorating for funeral that is in 24 hours. Insists on decorating for a wedding during funeral. Pastor tells her to get bent. Bride presumably runs away. Edit and update. Thank you, everyone. Heart. All your kind words melted my soul. I'm truly grateful for all the condolences and warm wishes. You guys are the best. Was at my dad's house earlier. My brothers and I were having an honorary barbecue. We always come over for dinner on Sunday. Grilling was his zen. Pastor, neighbor, and best friend of my dad came over to talk to us about what transpired yesterday and let us know that the bride was so horrified she canceled the entire wedding. Pastor then let them know that neither of them were welcome back. So I suppose that's some justice. Again, thank you so much, everyone. Wow, that mother. I'm glad that the bride is nothing like her mother. That mother is crazy. 24 hours? Lord have mercy. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Sorry for anonymous post, but my bridesmaid is on here. Today, we met up for our monthly meeting to go over agenda and order of day, etc. I noticed when my bridesmaid turned her head that she's got quite a number of gray hairs. I mentioned this to her and suggested dyeing it before my big day. She refused and said hairdresser appointments are too expensive and she's allergic to box dye. It's really unsightly, and I'm worried it's going to take away from the beauty of the dress I chose for her. Any tips on what I can do? I can't pay for her hair appointment as I've exhausted my bridesmaid budget now. Wedding is 10 weeks away, and I think her hair is only going to get worse. She's only 30. Oh my goodness. Why are we worried? Why are we worried? Okay, yes. Some people can't dye their hair because they're allergic to box dye. I've dyed my own hair with the box dye. Thank goodness I'm not allergic to it. I'm 40 now, and it wasn't because I had gray hair. It was just because I freaking wanted to dye my hair. It had the added benefit of getting rid of my gray hair. So yay for that. But yeah, I really really can't believe this poster, because yes, hairdressing appointments are not cheap. I mean, especially for women. It seems like they charge women double what they do for men just to even get our hair cut. Just cut. My hair is twice the price it is for my husband to get it cut. Which I think is absolutely crazy. When it's basically the same, you're just working on a different gender. I don't understand that. I don't think that that's right. But yeah, if you want to get any kind of like service, like a perm or coloring or anything like that, you're going to talk like it's going to be $100 or more to do anything like that. So yeah, no. 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 I don't blame your bridesmaid for not wanting to get a hairdressing appointment, because who knows how much money she's already been put out to buy the dress, unless you bought her dress for her, and who knows what her budget is. No, that's not okay. All right, a bride out. All right, a bride out. Need ideas, funny and sweet, to put in here. So far, I thought of earplugs for when he wants quiet, a gift card to his favorite sports store for fishing gear, a small bottle of his favorite liquor, his favorite candy, a gift card to my favorite craft store, coffee shop when he wants to get me out of the house. What else should I put in here? A new husband survival kit. Wife is non-refundable. I've got no good things to say about this. None whatsoever. I don't think that this is a cute thing. I don't think... Is it a little bit funny? Yes. I'm a little appalled that this is actually the bride that is getting this for her new husband. But I have nothing nice to say about it. My husband and I are attending a wedding next weekend. There is a color code request for attire, and I'm not sure where to look or what to get. Here are the pictures of the colors for reference. We kindly ask that our guests dress in accordance with our color palette pictured below. Semi-formal. So generally, most people know that you are not supposed to wear white or any form of anything that even looks remotely white. But apparently at this wedding, this bride doesn't care if you wear white or anything that looks white, because that is what is on the first two. That looks most of what's on the first two here, and then some of what's on that bottom line there. And a couple more of them look very white or cream, creamy white. I do like this on the third line, the fourth one down. That's kind of a green, like a seafoam green. I kind of like that color. I'd go for that. That's what color I'd go for. I really don't like most of these colors. These are horrible colors. I don't know what universe you're living in that you think that these colors are appropriate for a wedding. Like, just let them wear whatever they want, and just ask for them not to wear white, cream, ivory, any other shade of white. Because that's, you don't want them to outshine the bride, which, no, thank you. All right. Maid of honor and matron of honor disastrous speeches. I went to a wedding this past Friday night. The bride had both a maid of honor, who was apparently a longtime friend of the groom, and a matron of honor, who was a longtime friend of the bride. Is that something that's normal, to have a maid of honor and a matron of honor? Like, I don't know. Could somebody let me know if that, like, is this a normal thing? Because I only had a maid of honor. When the time came for speeches, the maid of honor stood in front of about 200 people. She was wearing a black sports bra under her bridesmaid's dress. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's a beautiful sight right there. She started by saying, "I was surprised when Kelly asked me to be maid of honor, as I feel like we just met, and I don't really know her." She's known Kelly for a few years, as Kelly dated and then was engaged to Chuck, the groom. She then went on about how she feels she hardly knows Kelly, and ended with, "Even if they get divorced, Kelly always has an easy time finding men." We sat there, stunned, not sure what we just saw. Cue matron of honor, who's known Kelly for nearly 20 years. Many years ago, Kelly had briefly dated the matron of honor's brother in high school. The matron of honor used her speech to talk at length about how happy she was when Kelly was dating her brother, and how she always hoped they'd end up being family. How happy Kelly seemed when she was dating the brother, and how her brother is still single. End of speech. That was it. The best man then gave his speech. He started with, "Well, how do I follow that?" Yeah, how do you follow that? Like, those women, to think that those kind of speeches are appropriate at a wedding is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, friendship would be over. Like, I don't think I could do it anymore. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, you thought that was appropriate to say during my wedding, during your speech? No. No. But what do you think? Please leave a comment and let me know. And if you like this video, please like this video. And please consider subscribing to my channel. And I will see you guys another time. Have a good day. Bye.